Hi there. So I'm back out here in the gully, gonna do some more cleaning up. It's a lot chillier than it was when I was out here last time. I think last time it was like 45, and actually Nate said afterwards, he's like, I think it was actually like 50 degrees that day, but I don't know, I'm gonna say it was around 45 just because like the feels like it was raining and it was a little bit chillier than normal and a little breezy, but today it's like 35, so it's about 10 degrees cooler and not as breezy, but I know once I start moving I'll be just fine. I actually prefer working in weather like this because you can work really hard and not even break a sweat. So I'm gonna gather some things like before my rakes that I was using the other day. I love these little rakes here. And I'll get my, I don't know if I'll need my clippers or not, but I'll grab them just in case. For sure my little bag. And what else was I gonna grab? Oh, well I just need my gloves and my strength for that. But I'm gonna kind of clean out another little section that's been driving me nuts. And I want to tackle this section here soon. I want to kind of clean up all these sticks and logs that I've chopped up last summer and get them taken care of. But today's not the day because it's been really rainy and so everything's wet. Even if I made it a pile of it, I wouldn't be able to burn it. So I'll just save that for another day when everything dries up. But I'm gonna grab my clippers here just in case I need them. And I think that's all I need. Oh no, my bag. I need my bag. Okay. All right, we're good. I got super dirty the other day when it was raining and I was cleaning up. But I mean, there is a lot of dirt out here, so it's gonna happen. Okay, I am going to start cleaning up this little section right here. Honestly, I don't really have a lot of time to clean up some of the stuff out here in the fall. So some things just get left for the springtime, and I kind of prefer it that way sometimes because I just have Nate blow the leaves onto my beds and it just provides extra protection for my plants from the winter elements, so I'm totally fine with it. And then in the springtime it kind of gives me something to do and look forward to, and sometimes I don't get to it, sometimes I don't clean it up, and that's fine. It kind of just degrades down and acts as a natural mulch out here. So today I'm gonna get to clean it. And this fall, my husband's friend was like, you gotta try out this new whatever this is, a deer blind or whatever. And so they tested it in this tree and never took care of it. And he's like, oh, I'll get that taken care of here soon. So I'm like, oh, it's fine. I'm just gonna put my coffee and my things on it, use it as a little shelf. So we'll just use it to our advantage while it's here. But hopefully that'll be gone soon. Yeah, I'm kind of bummed about my little bird bath down there. It broke, and I probably should take them in for the winter. But that one was actually split when I got it. It was completely split up the base, and then there was a giant crack in the actual bowl as well. I got them from my friend who lived in Benton Harbor, Michigan, and she was moving over on the east side of the country there in Connecticut, and she's like, hey, do you want to, I don't want to transport all these things to my new house. She gave me tons of terracotta pots. She gave me that bird bath, another bird bath I have, and she was going to throw that one away. That's how bad it was. And I was like, I'll take it. So I've had it for 6 years, I think, and it finally just bit the bullet. But I could have protected it a little bit more and taken it inside. I was just like, it's fine. So I'll probably get a new bowl to replace it and see how long the base lasts. try to keep as much of the mulch in here as possible. We finally mulched this gully out here for the first time in a few years. It just takes a lot of mulch, and we just had so many other things going on. So finally we mulched it last year, and boy did it help so much on the weeds. I'm just gonna pick some of the weeds out while I'm here. And I will need to grab my clippers and cut back the sedum there. These probably, I imagine, have buds. Oh yeah, they got little new growth, new buds forming down there. I'll show you here when I get this cut back. But I just love how all these leaves from the fall create protection for these plants. They hold moisture in better. There's a little lily bear caterpillar in here, so that's kind of nice. We won't take his home away from him. He's hiding down in here. There you go. Oh yeah, we'll leave him there. Here we go. Now I just gotta rake it up. Up. While I'm here, I am actually going to grab my shovel out and I'm going to edge this little bed out a little bit better. I have to do that every year, and it kind of, boy, I got to pick up all these sticks too, but it kind of goes on like a circle, goes in right there, comes out a little bit, and I kind of want it to come out even more right here and round it off a little bit better. And I usually start the season off with it like that, but our grass grows so good down in here that it just kind of, you know, creeps in naturally. And so I want this edge to just come out just a little bit more. So I'm gonna go grab my shovel and knock that out while we're here. There's quite a bit of nice soil in here that I'm trying to save. Normally I would just go in here because it would be a lot more dry than this, but like I said, it's been raining and all the soil is kind of clumped up together. So I'm trying to save as much of the soil as I can. And I made a nice edge with my half moon edger here that I forgot about. I got this last year, and this thing is awesome. It works best when the ground is a little bit wet. It doesn't go in super dry soil very easily, but this is like the perfect consistency to use this half moon edger. I got a really nice line, and now I'm just, like I said, I'm going through and trying to shake off as much of the dirt as I can. And the best way for me to do that is with my shovel. So just kind of stabbing at it, I want to keep a lot of that nice rich soil. So I'm just taking the extra time to do that here. Some of it I can just pull out, but a lot of it I really want to hack at it with the shovel so I can keep it. Flip it over, give it a little hack. Clean up the edge. Yeah.
I don't really want to walk.
Oh.
I'm taking off. I'll be back soon.
All right.
Love you.
Love you too. Gotta go say bye to Nate. Say bye to Nate. He was leaving to go. He had a meeting. But yeah, that's what I'll just kind of continue to do here. This kind of job I like to do this time of year because it's not like a glamorous job, you know. Once the spring hits, it's like, oh, you want to start planting and decorating and all these different things, and this kind of falls by the wayside. So this is something I like to do in the early spring because I can do it. It's a job that I can do this time of year, and then I don't have to worry about it later on. It's already done, and your beds look so much more nicer. And like I said, the consistency of the soil, the state of the soil, it's just a lot easier to dig and edge when the soil's a little bit more wet. So we'll just continue this. Just kind of pull it out, flip. You know, all that soil I can save. My mom used to do this growing up, just saving every last bit. She would make us, when we'd help her garden, she would make us just shake and shake and shake that sod or the weed or whatever until you got every last drop of soil, because you know, soil wasn't as readily available as it is nowadays, and you can just drive up to the Home Depot and get a bag. And it was just, I don't know, I just don't remember it being like something that like my grandma and my mom did, like adding soil or adding amendments. Like you worked with what you have. And my mom had beautiful gardens, my grandma had beautiful gardens, and so that's kind of like my motto. I try to use everything I have, everything that the good Lord has blessed me with right here in my backyard. I can pretty much use. Better. Got an extra rock there that, well, maybe I'll swap it out. That would look better on the end. I do like to keep the moss because I like it to grow in between the rocks and stuff, so you might see me like, oh, lovely animal turds. Ugh. Yeah, so you can see it looks a lot better. We got the line cleaned up, we got all the leaves cleaned up. It's just looking super fresh. I tried to mulch it up the best I could, but there are areas that are a little less mulchy, which is fine. But you really want to create a good depth here between the soil and the grass. It just cuts off the life of the grass, and it helps it not grow into your bed as much. You can see the hellebore a little bit better. There's one there, and then there is actually one there that was a transplant, so it's a little bit further behind. That was a transplant as well. trying to think of where I should move to now. I could stay in this area, but so I really want to clean up. This is the thing I was talking about that was bothering me. Oh, look at all these weeds. I could clean this up, but maybe we'll save that for another day when we clean all this. But I really want to try to tackle this area down here. Let's see. So we cut down this dead tree, I don't know, I think last summer maybe, and used it to just line like a border of our bed. There's the remainder of the dead tree. I want to see if I can get that. I don't know if I can because it's pretty big. I might have to have Nate get it for me, but I want to continue bordering this and clean all this section up. So I might try to tackle this. Let's see what I can do. I'm gonna go grab my chainsaw because some of these shrubs I want to cut off. If I'm not able to actually dig out the root, I'm just gonna cut it down towards the bottom. Like this, I'm gonna cut back. I want to keep this tree and possibly that tree. I don't know. I might cut that tree down actually. We'll see. But I want to get rid of all the shrubby stuff in here, and so I might need my chainsaw for that. I didn't have to use my chainsaw, which is awesome. I would prefer to get the whole entire root of the shrub out like this. That way I don't have to battle it growing back every year and just flushing out and having to cut it back. So if I can spend a little extra more effort and time, as you can see I'm out of breath. It is hard work, but I was able to get that whole entire root out. You can see how big this guy is, and it's already starting to leaf out. Like, look at that. It's huge. So pretty soon this would take up that whole space in there, and now I'm gonna go throw it on my pile down there and let it dry up, and then I'll eventually burn it when I burn the stuff back there. Now I'm trying to decide if I want to get rid of this tree or not. I think I'm going to clean the rest of this up first and see what it looks like with it there. And I think I might cut it down. I don't know. It's just kind of a sucker tree. So I kind of just want this path to be nice and clean, and we'll see. I don't know. It might be cool to make a little walk path in here too and leave the tree. I don't know, but I'm not gonna know what I want to do until I get like this cleaned up, this sucker tree cleaned up, that, and then the rest of the ground. So let's keep going. I'm just gonna cut the little sucker trees right there, and then there's a couple more sucker trees down there I'm gonna cut off, and then I think we'll be good. I'll just rake this area up and I'll decide if I want to cut that tree down or not, which I think I'm going to, but we will see. But let's get to sawing. Guys, I'm so bummed. I was cutting off the tree, the little branches off this tree right here, and I thought I'm just gonna cut this tree down. So I cut this off with my little chainsaw, and It was awesome. And then I went back to watch and I didn't push record. So anyway, you didn't get to see that, but I was able to cut that little tree down. But anyway, this area is looking a lot better. I just have a few things to rake up, and I'll show you the giant tree I just cut down and pulled to the back. I can't believe sometimes when I'm out here, I get so excited that I'm out here like cleaning stuff up and working, and I think I push record, but I'm actually doing the opposite. So I'm recording when I'm not doing anything, and then I'm not recording when I'm doing anything. It's like I get off on the button, so I have to check it every once in a while, and sure enough. Anyway, I'm just gonna rake up, and this area is gonna be pretty much cleaned up in no time.
Well, my world is green and dark and dead. My home is in the logging camp. All week I cut down the mighty trees. Saturday I get to do as I please. I give the man more than his hire, and he'll never know it if I tire. Show me the toughest tree around, the timberman will bring it down. Swing it hard, cut it clean, no halfway or in between. Moving the axes in my hand, make way for the timberman. Yeah, he was a mighty big, tough man.
Oh my goodness, that looks so much better. So it used to go right here and go all the way around and up, like this whole section right here, if you remember, was all just nasty. And you guys, that's how my entire gully garden used to look. It all used to look like that and just nasty. And I just got in here one day and started hacking stuff back, and I was like, boy, this could really be a nice garden. And I've just continued to do that. But oh, Nate's back. You see him? How'd it go? Okay, I'll come up in a sec. But yeah, looks really great, and I'm excited to kind of tackle this area a little bit more. I gotta fix that line right there and make it more straight. So because this is kind of a straight line, but it goes like that. But I couldn't move that big stump, so I'm gonna have Nate do it. And then I'll also have him cut the rest of that tree down that I. Oh, that's so much better. Yeah, so from this side, it kind of went in like that and around. And now it's just a nice, clean, straight shot back here. I eventually wanted to put like a path back here as well. So somehow have a path coming off there to get back in through here. I do have a little bush right there that I might move. It doesn't really do great right there. I just put it there for the time being until I found a spot for it. It needs more sun. It is a elderberry, and I can't think, it's the variegated elderberry. I can't think of, instant karma. That's what it's called, instant karma. So let's take a little look at what we did up here. This bed looks a lot nicer. The line looks nice and clean and fresh, and the hellebore just had a nice space to grow and bloom, and it's just coming together. I'm gonna go inside and call it quits for the day. Nate had a fun, exciting, important meeting today, so I want to hear all about it. So I'm gonna head inside, finish the rest of my coffee, and boy, thank you guys so much for watching and spending time with me out in the gully today. I hope that you're just having a wonderful day, as always. I know I say that, but I mean it every time. I just really hope you're having a wonderful day, and I sure do appreciate you, and hopefully I'll see you next time. See you later. Bye.
They say there's sawdust in my brain, don't get caught up in the rain. I got stump water in my blood, sweat from my brow turns the ground to mud. When the men don't know how to fell a tree, the one that they'll come ask is me. I'll mark my spot and take my step, the tree's gonna fall for the timberman. Swing it hard, cut it clean, no halfway or in between. Moving the axes in my hand, make way for the timberman. When they're cutting down those trees and it's about ready to fall, the man yells out, "Timber!